Hey everyone, this is Nate Jacobs. This is the What Library podcast, and we just recorded an interview with Charlotte, one of my colleagues' daughters. She's a little girl, and I just wanted to bring this to the next generation and talk to her about her experience with libraries, what she likes about libraries, and she has a few ideas for things that we could be working on for future libraries. And yeah, this is a great conversation. I love talking with kids about stuff. It helps you just really take a step back and think about why we're doing all this. And they, a lot of times have really crazy, awesome ideas about things. So um, I did not help with this, but we did get a bit distracted and talked a bit about Spider-Man and other things. Again, I kind of enjoy that stuff, so we had some fun with it. So yeah, I hope you guys like the episode, and yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Okay, so today's episode is sponsored by a new graduate student that is just entering their history PhD program in the class of 2100. So somehow sent this back in time 75 years. Sponsor requests are getting kind of weird. It looks like they are researching the history of digital knowledge infrastructures, and the sponsor message, which did not come with any money, by the way, just says smiley face emoji, thumbs up emoji. Keep going, everyone. I know it's hard to see right now, but the work you are doing is going to lead to some amazing things in the future. It's amazing to have all of humanity's knowledge at my fingertips. Thank you. P.S. Nate, try talking slower. Okay, I feel a little bit targeted there. All right, anyways, everyone, without further ado, this is Charlotte. Hey, how's it going, Alexa? Hi, Charlotte.
Um,
I
I dyed my hair yesterday.
was just gonna say, is that some purple streaks there? I love it.
Yeah.
Nice. You just did it yesterday?
Yeah, my hair is usually too dark, is why this is browner, but these are like my highlights.
Nice. Too dark, yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
My mom tried doing pink, too dark.
Wait,
I
oh,
like
you tried a pink color and it wasn't like didn't shine enough.
yeah, and honestly, um, my hair is like really thick, and the container is like that big,
So it wasn't enough.
and I had to use all of it
Okay.
and rinsed out half of it. So
Yeah. Um, when I was running for some sort of student government thing in high school, I did a crazy thing where I bleached my hair and then I dyed it bright red. So yeah, if you bleach your hair, I'm not giving you any ideas, don't do that. But if you
I
want to be able to choose any color, you can go really crazy and bleach it first. Yeah. But that's more of a commitment.
I I wanted to bleach it, but mom didn't let me.
Okay, you're
I think
not.
that I think it looks better this way because if you bleach it, then that's like pretty aggressive. Yeah, this is like you're kind of like testing it out a little bit, and it actually looks really good because it kind of looks natural almost.
When you're like 16, 17, that's a different story.
Yeah, when you come home from college, you know your mom will be like, okay, what's your hair going to be like this time? And it's going to be like a red mohawk.
You have like piercings, which is fine.
I already have my ears pierced.
Oh, nice.
My friends aren't allowed to get their ears pierced till they're 12.
Mm. Yeah, I think each family kind of has their own rules. It's kind of a personal
I
choice.
don't have any rules. It's like you have to get it pierced.
I have rules.
The fact that you're not dead means that there's rules.
Okay, so you're gonna do a podcast today.
Okay, yeah, How are you feeling, Charlotte? Are you feeling a little nervous?
I mean, honestly, I've never been on a podcast before.
Yeah. Well, I've never really made a podcast. It's on it, and it's I don't know if this is a podcast or recorded conversations. It's just us chatting about random stuff. So we'll just see how it goes.
I'm good at that.
Okay.
Oh my God, over here.
Okay, yeah, get out of here, Mom. We have some very professional official business. Okay. Yeah, you can yeah. Yeah, you can smack from the other side of the sofa if needed.
I'm
Yeah.
also having a play day with my friend later. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I heard that got rescheduled. Yeah. Who are you hanging out with later?
My
Friend from
friend.
school?
No, friend from used to be school, but now I'm in a private school and she's in Lincoln Trail.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of hard when you have friends from before and then new friends. Do you have kind of a mix of friends from both sides or mostly at the new
I
school?
used to not have very many friends, but now I have this like gang of friends I eat with every day. So
Mhm. Nice. Okay, so okay, so let's just start. Let's take a huge step back and start from the beginning. So just tell me like what grade are you in?
fourth, yeah, fourth,
Fourth.
and then yeah,
Okay. So you are when does middle school start? Does it start in sixth grade or seventh grade?
uh, sixth.
Sixth. Okay. So you've got this end of this year and then all of next year for elementary school. And then you're moving into junior high school. Do you feel like you're done with elementary school and you're like ready to go to the next step? Or are you like kind of liking where you're at and wishing you could be in elementary school for longer?
I mean, I do want to see what middle school's like because I've never been in middle school, but I am a little nervous.
Okay. Yeah, my older brother and sister were mean to me. They told me when I was going to go to middle school that I was going to get bullied and put into a trash can. But none of that actually happened. Everybody's very nice, but it can be kind of scary to transition.
Yeah,
Uh,
sometimes I have this class bully who last year when I was at that school tried to cut my hair behind my back.
that is kind of creepy. So what did you do? Did you just tell the teacher or how did you
Yeah.
resolve that? Okay.
Someone called it out. I turned around. He was holding scissors like this, and I was like,
It
"Okay."
was like in a horror film, like turn around.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So I had to tell the teacher. I don't even remember what happened. I don't even think he got in trouble
Oh man, that's rough.
because he lies,
Mm.
get himself out of it, and then puts it on me. So I'm the one
You were
who's
saying that you were jumping into his scissors with your head. Yeah,
well, he didn't cut it, which is
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Like lies and makes up bad things about me that I don't do.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Yeah. I feel like that kind of stuff happens your whole life. So it's good to learn how to handle those situations calmly and yeah. So what kind of stuff are you learning about in fourth grade? That's yeah, like what's your like favorite topic? What are you doing in school these days?
Well, there's this I like doing math. Yeah. So
What's the math like? What are you learning in math right now?
right now we're doing fractions, but this is really funny because when we were doing multiples and factors, they had this song with bird puppets
Hmm.
and they used
Like
a lot of
actual bird puppets that they were using to do stuff?
like bird puppets.
Oh
Like
wow.
it was like a song and it was really catchy. I can't get it out of my head.
Okay. Can you sing it? Do you remember it?
Yeah, it's like was like the melody is kind of hard. I actually really like music though
Hmm.
because I play piano. I have a keyboard in my room,
Oh, nice.
but
Okay.
it's
Well,
like
if we have time at the end, I feel like we're gonna need to hear a song. So you do piano? Do you sing also, or just piano?
uh I do both.
Okay. Oh, you're like ready to be like your own band, a little rock star there.
Yeah, I started like December last year.
On the piano.
Mm.
Okay, nice.
But singing kind of moves to like about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, nice. Do you prefer singing or keyboard?
I honestly don't know. I
Hmm.
like all the songs. Sometimes I can sing along.
Hmm.
Like I can have a Taylor Swift music book in there. So
Oh,
I
my
memorized one of the songs that Taylor Swift did.
which
Top
song?
Bad Blood.
Oh, Bad Blood. Okay. Yeah.
1989 is my favorite album.
Which album is Bad Blood in again?
1989, so is Blank
Okay.
Space. Are we out of the woods?
Hmm.
I should stop talking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hold you to that. I want to hear Bad Blood at the end if we have time.
I don't
Um,
have it in my music book. It's more of like the Evermore
hmm,
folktale songs.
hmm,
There's Love Story, which is
hmm.
in, oh, there's Antihero, which is in like
Focus.
Reputation.
Focus.
No, it's my fault.
Midnight.
I'm good at getting distracted. So okay, yeah, let's focus
Antiheroes
here.
and Nights.
Okay, so you're on spring break right now. So you got a break from school, and then you got like a month left in fourth grade.
Yeah, and I'm not liking it.
You
Well,
don't like fourth grade?
no, I'm not liking spring break.
Oh, what? You want to get back in school? You like your friends better than your mom and dad?
More like I'm bored and I
Uh,
want to do things.
yeah.
And I actually really like school because I was the only person for like a year or two that I could like that is one of like my age was
Mhm.
actually Rowan. And
Oh,
when it was COVID, so
oh.
I
Mm,
really just want to be in school. I don't know why, but I do.
mm. Yeah, I mean, school is fun.
Everyone was thrilled. They were literally counting the seconds and the hours and the minutes till spring break.
Okay.
Fun show.
Yeah, I think it's good to have both, right? I mean, when you have the breaks, then it makes it more exciting to come back and vice versa. So, okay, so what's your favorite subject right now out of all of your school subjects? Math, music, like what gets you going?
So the thing with my school is the only real subject is language, art, and math.
Okay.
They don't have gym, they don't have music lessons.
Hmm.
Um, so we do like we're doing this Black History thing where we study up on a famous Black person,
Who did you pick to study up on?
Ella Fitzgerald. She's a
Oh,
famous pop singer,
oh, nice.
I think.
My niece is named after Ella Fitzgerald. Her name's Ella.
And we're also creating stop motion movies, which I love doing stop motion. Like
I've
I've already
never done that, but I've seen like creators that make that. That's always pretty awesome.
I did
Have you seen The Talented Mr. Fox? Or sorry, The Fantastic Mr. Fox? Oh,
that.
you should watch it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite stop motion thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll send it to your mom and you can watch it later.
But yeah, I've done stop motion.
What's your favorite subject?
I don't really know. It's hard between language arts and math. So
I think what you're saying is that you're creating your own subject, which is more artistic, and that is your favorite subject,
yeah, like
which I
during
love.
transitions
Yeah.
from different groups. Oh, we also have Spanish, which is fun.
Okay, nice.
Like I'm actually writing books at
Oh,
school. It's a
whoa.
it's a book series called Dragon and Fat Cat.
Oh, awesome. How far along are you? Are you just like brainstorming, or have you actually
I'm
put
on the
pen to
third book.
paper? You're on the third. Okay, so how long is each book?
Like it's a children's book. Like
Okay.
there's not as many pages, but I had to use the small papers from school that I folded in half and had to staple.
Oh,
So
nice. Awesome. That's great. So, okay, so what do you want to be when you grow up? This is a very important question that lots of adults ask kids.
most kids would say like I don't know, but like I still don't know.
Hmm.
I'm all sorts good things that I do. Honestly, writing books,
Hmm.
like musical like stuff. I'm actually love animals, so I could be a vet.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff with there. Yeah,
And I
throw
have
it out too.
my T-Rex shirt, so that says something. Like 4 fields I want to go into.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's good to keep your options open, right? And it kind of depends on how your thoughts will kind of
Botany.
change as you get older. Huh?
Botany. I just
Oh,
saw
botany.
that.
Oh, okay.
I like a week ago, I was walking with my friend and I was like, and I saw a little mint bush and I was like, that's mint. And she's like, no, it's just green leaves. And I picked it, smelled it, mint.
Hmm. Nice. So
It showed her.
Yeah.
I'm actually really good at identifying plants.
Do you ever cheat and use like the phone apps that they have now to help you?
I don't even have a phone.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm almost 10 years old. My mom's not going to let me have one until like my golden birthday, the 13th.
I think that's good. There's a lot of
But
bad stuff that comes with phones.
I do have an iPad, but it's not connected to internet. It's on Wi-Fi, so it can't leave the house without breaking down.
Oh, nice. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my phone and getting something called a dumb phone, which doesn't have a lot of the stuff that can be addicting, like all the social media stuff. So, we'll see.
On social media like right now. So
Okay.
I'd
Black. I'm working.
advise that really good.
Um, okay, so let's just kind of see how this goes. So basically I kind of just wanted to ask you some basic questions about libraries. But the thing is, like, the whole reason why I'm doing these conversations is I'm really confused about libraries, and I kind of got to a point where I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know, I got very confused about what libraries are, what they used to be, what they should be. And so I'm basically just having these conversations with people about what they think libraries are, what gets them excited about libraries. And obviously, you have not been alive as long as other people. You don't have a career yet, but a lot of times kids just have crazy ideas. And just have their own take on things, and so I figured I would just ask you and see kind of how it goes. We can sort of come up with some crazy ideas together. And there's no real right answers. I think there's a lot of really smart people who are struggling with this question, and so maybe we come up with an idea for unicorns to build a castle of books in the North Pole or something, and that might be as good of an idea as anything else that's out there. So yeah, so I mean, I guess to start with, let
Do
me
you
ask
know
you,
why,
huh?
do you know why books were invented?
Ooh, I don't know. Tell me.
So I read this book
Okay.
yesterday.
A book talking about how awesome books are.
Um,
Suspicious.
yeah, and it's like History Through Science in 100 Pictures.
Hmm.
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
And books like were made to like
Books specifically or like writing?
like like just writing
Oh,
were
writing.
made
Okay.
to share ideas in simpler ways
Hmm.
between other scientists in that time.
Oh, yeah.
And then we started making like storybooks, Harry Potter, which I
Mhm.
love Harry Potter.
Have you read all the Harry Potter books?
No, I've only read four of them.
Oh, okay. That's pretty solid though. They're starting with the fourth one, they get kind of long.
Starting with the fourth one, they get kind of scary.
Oh, do you get a little scared? Yeah.
Honestly, mom was tempted not to show me the fourth movie. The rule is read the book, watch the movie. You can't watch the movie. Yeah.
We're doing the exact same thing. So yeah, so my oldest is 6, so he can read short books, but he can't read Harry Potter. So we're reading it to them. But yeah, they don't get to watch the movie so we just finished the very first book and we just got to watch the first movie and we're in the middle of the second book right now. So the fourth one is a really good one. The fourth one is what, Goblet of Fire?
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you in the fourth one?
I've finished.
Oh, no, sorry, you finished the fourth one. Oh, okay, cool. So, but you haven't watched the movie yet because you're a little.
I have. It's
Okay.
just mom thinks it's scary for me. And I can name all um actually uh like 8 books.
Hmm.
There is an eight, but it's like jumps into time.
So
Um
I haven't seen the third one, but my son is a little bit afraid. I told him that there's the Dementors are coming, and he's a little afraid of those. How scary was that in the third movie? Did you watch the third movie?
yeah, the Dementors are not the scariest part actually.
Okay,
It's
okay.
when Lupin turns into a werewolf is what kept me up at night.
Oh,
It is very creepy.
okay. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so speaking of books, what So like set the stage for me. So like what libraries have you been to in your life? Like is there a library at your school? Like what is your experience?
There's 3 libraries at my school,
Okay. What's
but
been
they're really small. So there's my class library, small library, and novel library. So the novel is for like kids maybe second grade and up. If
Mhm.
and then the small library is like picture books, like small chapter books
Mhm.
for anything under, let's go with 5.
Okay. Okay. Um and but then and does the school have like a bigger library that everybody can go to? There's a lot of different books, or is it really just like kind of separated by topic like that?
It's there's no one big library. It's honestly a kind of small school.
Okay.
Um, I've also went to the Muhammad Library where I live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's like your town library.
Yeah, and then been to the Champaign Library too.
Where's the Champagne library? Oh, just
It,
in Champagne.
yeah,
Okay.
and actually, I've actually sung on like one of the stages there in the Champaign
Oh.
Library, and my school performed in the Champaign Library for this thing called Battle of the Books, and it's
Oh.
always in February, Black History Month, of course.
Oh. So
So
when you performed, did the library put that on, or is that just it just happened to be kind of in front of the library?
I think the library might have put it on. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what's your favorite part of libraries? Like what do you like about libraries?
Um,
Or if you don't like libraries, that's also okay.
I mean, I like reading. They just don't have superhero comic books in them.
Uh,
But I
but
do like
some
um
libraries probably do have comic books. You might just need to go to a bigger and bigger library.
the Champagne Library has like 4 floors.
Hmm. Were there any comic books in that one or no?
Nope.
Uh, I
So
bet you if you looked, you might be able to find a library specific to comic books. That probably exists somewhere in the world, I bet.
it's
You might have to drive or fly to it though. Yeah.
actually going to Florida in June. There might
Oh,
be a bookstore there.
oh, nice. Cool. What are you doing in Florida? Just vacation?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Nice. Sounds fun.
Like Reptile World, I'm going snorkeling with dolphins,
Oh,
turtles.
awesome. Sounds pretty
And
good.
then I'm going to Harry Potter Land.
And then you're going to where?
Harry Potter World.
Oh, Harry Potter World. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That should be fun. That's its own separate like amusement park, right? Or is it part of Disney World?
Um, it's not part of Disney World. It's its own separate park. And I've actually been to London, where
Mm.
platform 9 3/4
Do
exactly.
they have did they put a platform 9 3/4 in there? Did
They
you try to
literally
walk through it and hit your head?
they literally have a whole like I don't know what to call it. It's like a little shop. There's a
Oh, that is
dedicated for
awesome.
wands.
Okay, I'm completely changing the topic of this podcast, and it's now going to be about Harry Potter.
And
You convinced me. Forget libraries. This is a Harry Potter podcast now. Okay, so just say whatever comes to the top of your head, but like, how would you define a library? Like, when you just think about like, what is a library? What have you been taught like what a library is, or just whatever pops into your head? Like, what do you like? How would you define a library? Like, let's say an alien came down to Earth. I was like, Charlotte, like, what is going on? Like, what's a library? I have no idea what is going on here. How would you define a library?
Well, it's a place where you can borrow books to learn, read fun stories.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they even have computers there to study.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a play center there in the
What?
Champagne
There's a what?
play center in the Champagne one.
Oh, nice. You could kind of hang out.
Hmm.
Yeah. So when you've gone to the library, have you ever like kind of stayed and hung out in a library and like read there, or have you mostly just gone and like checked it out and done other stuff?
Um, Sometimes I hang out with the small cafe in the play area.
Hmm.
but only for about 20 minutes maybe, and then I just check out my books and go home.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time working in libraries. They're very quiet and it's sort of uh it's weird. I haven't really checked out a lot of books from libraries, which is what they were historically for, but uh they're also just like a really like peaceful place to like work. So I've written grants in libraries and things like that. And so yeah, that's another kind of interesting
Well, now
aspect.
we have the internet, so
What is
that
that?
kind of now we have the internet, so that's kind of thrown off.
So yeah, so that was actually going to be my next question for you. So really the crux of my struggles with like thinking about all this is so before the internet and before computers, I think everybody agreed on what a library was. It was kind of what we've been talking about, where it's a place where you go, you can check out books. If it's an elementary school library, obviously there's going to be like simpler books there and more stories. But as you get to bigger and more serious libraries, as you get older, they have more like more complicated knowledge. So if it's a law library, there'll be a lot of like legal works there. And a science library, which is what I'm really interested in, there's scientific articles. Before the internet, everybody agreed, okay, that's where you go to get your information. Oh, did you want to say something?
I like science libraries too. And do you want to see my cat?
Yeah, let's take a cat break. Let's do it.
You Charlotte.
I think I am out ADDing your daughter, and I'm loving it.
The cat doesn't want to be caught.
Do you want to see our dog?
No.
Howie. Wait, Howie's the dog, right?
Come here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the name.
Do you need a
Come
boost?
here, come here. Do you need a boost, big
Wait,
black?
how do your dog and your cat get along?
They don't.
Okay, so it's a typical cat versus dog kind of rivalry.
Sort of. Ish.
Yeah.
The dog. I hug him a lot. Mm,
Wait, so do you love your dog more than your cat?
I don't know. Our
Oh,
cat
okay. Hmm. So did your cat run away? What's your cat's name?
Nimbus.
Mimbus?
He used to have two cats, but she died
Uh,
in the
yeah, we used to have a cat, but he was old, but he did die a couple years ago. He was he was not very he did not like little humans very much. So my kids got scratched a few times.
all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a dog. A dog.
Um, okay, so yeah, so that was so basically that's kind of honestly like you hit the nail on the head with like you said, okay, now the internet has kind of changed everything, and that's where I think where a lot of things started to change, and nobody has really figured out like what does a library look like online. So that was going to be my next question. Use your
It's just
creative brain. Like, what would you, if you were going to recreate a library on the internet, like what would it look like for you?
um. Well, we kind of already done that.
Okay, talk to me about it. Which one have you used? How have you like gotten knowledge or information off the internet?
So when you're kind of wanting to get a book or download a book, it has like rows and columns of like 3 to 4, and
Mhm.
then the scroll bar, so it goes whoop,
Hmm.
and it has different chapter books. It even has storybooks.
This is if you want to check out a book and then you can go and pick it up from the library in person. I see what you're talking about. Sorry, this is like you read the book on like a Kindle or a tablet or something. Okay.
Or
And let
you
me
can
ask you.
tap the
Oh,
buy button and it comes straight to your door. So.
nice. Um, I'm really good at buying books on Amazon that I never get around to reading.
Oh, like
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Let's say you are curious about something or you're stuck on something. Like let's say you're doing a school project and you need to know something. You need to get some information. Where do you typically go to get your information?
Um, there's iPads at my school, so online.
Okay, so you just like Google it and look around.
Yeah, because we like I don't think uh a book would have information on like maybe Billie Holiday. I don't know. My friend
Or it
kind
might
of
be hard to find that one Billie Holiday book, or it might not be at your library.
that, or there might not even be one.
Yeah, yeah,
To like down deep into it, like
yeah.
we're doing at my school. So
Hmm. Yeah, and sometimes you have to like then read the whole book instead of just like going right to that piece of information that you need. Like if you need to know like his age, or if you want to listen to one of his songs. Um, yeah, that's tricky. Um, so yeah, I'm just so I mean that's kind of like these are the kind of conversations I'm having. I'm just I'm trying to think through like what that looks like, and I think one of the things that's kind of interesting and challenging is that different types of people are trying to be that source of knowledge and information. And the people that traditionally have done the library work are not necessarily the ones that are helping to curate all the information. They're doing some of the work, but then it's like there's new people that are organizing it. So, for example, Google is like if you're using Google to get the information, they're not necessarily librarians, so they kind of have their own agenda. So we're just kind of all trying to figure out like how to approach this specifically with science libraries, because science libraries are really important because scientists use those to help discover cures for diseases and for understanding the world. And so yeah, so this is just something that we're trying to figure out. But maybe let's think about this. So let's say your music career takes off and you make $1 billion being a musician, and then you're like,
like
okay, I'm bored with this. Huh?
$1 billion like Taylor Swift.
You could be like 10 times Taylor Swift, and then you get bored of that and you're like, you know what? Okay, now I want to be a scientist. And so you've done the music thing, like, whatever. I'm like done with that. I already made my $10 billion. You're best friends with Taylor Swift. And let's say you want to be a scientist, which is kind of fun in a completely different way. Uh, I guess compared to being Taylor Swift, it's not as exciting, but you get to discover things that nobody else has discovered.
Maybe.
Maybe. If
It
you
took
were,
30 years and Einstein never solved a problem. Like
that's true. It's very lonely and frustrating. You spend a lot of time not having good ideas, but every once in a while you do have some really good ideas. So if
that
you
doesn't
were going
mean
to
there's
pick,
not any bad ideas either.
that's also true. Yeah, no, that's also true. Sometimes realizing something does not work is important information in and of itself. Um, if you were going to be any type of scientist, what kind of scientist would you be? If the government gave you $1 million to study anything in the world, what would you study?
But don't I already have 10 billion?
That's true. Okay, you gave yourself, let's say you gave yourself 5 years to study anything you wanted to study. What would you study?
Um, that's a hard one. I could do paleontology,
Hmm.
honestly walking. I could be a theoretical physicist, an experimental physicist.
Whoa, okay.
Um,
Sounds like you have a bit of a physics background there, yeah. Um, okay, well, let's think about this a little bit. So, like, if because part of what I like to think about is if you could just imagine whatever future, like what kind of future would you create? So let's say you're a theoretical physicist. You're gonna be better than Einstein was. Um, yeah, like when you think about the most amazing online or not online if you want library that you can imagine, like what would that look like for you? Like what kind of library do you think would make you the best scientist possible? Or what like if you could just wave your wand and make whatever kind of library that would help you in your theoretical physics career, like what kind of like what pops into your head when you think about that? These are tough questions. I'm getting to the tougher
I
ones.
have like $10 billion. What would my library look like if
Ye-
I had
or what kind of library do you think you would need? Somebody else can pay for the library. You can just say, hey, this is the library I need to be the best scientist ever.
well, there'd be different shelves of books for different theories, like string theory, quantum loop theory.
Hmm. Do you prefer, would you prefer, do you kind of imagine yourself like sitting somewhere and like reading a physical book? Like, do you feel like there's some like, it's really nice to have like a physical book to just sort of block out the rest of the world and like really dive in and get lost in that book? Or do you more imagine like kind of Googling and that kind of stuff?
Um, it depends. What type of book is it? Like
Okay.
my favorite type or like thing like categories of books are like magic, adventure,
Hmm.
Spider-Man.
Oh, nice. What is Spider-Man your main, like what for the comic books? Do you mostly read Spider-Man?
Yeah, that I'll be right back. This whole basket is filled with Spider-Man books.
Oh, nice.
And I'm watching the movies. My his name is Tom Holland, right? My favorite Spider-Man movies are by um the actor for Spider-Man is Tom Holland. Like I have this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you are a
Oh,
legit.
there's Venom in it.
Whoa. Is there such thing as a Spider-Woman or is it only Spider-Man?
There's also Spider Girl, woman, whatever.
Uh,
I heard that. So, in some of the Spidey universes,
yeah.
one of her names is like Gwen, I think.
Yeah.
This one's really good, I think. I
I need to get my son some Spider-Man. He's
I've,
never read a Spider-Man comic book yet. I think he'd love it.
I've read this one,
Yeah.
and it's honestly I really liked it, but it has to be finished. Like the last page is when he's like breathing in like
Hmm.
toxic gas to make him go to sleep. He's like, next time I go dancing, because he skipped dancing with his girlfriend to
Uh,
save the world, which we don't even know if he saves because
yeah.
it's on next time I go dancing, pitch black.
Oh, and
Like,
it's just left hanging.
I haven't watched this one yet. I mean, read this one.
Oh man, that one's crazy too. Um,
Excuse me, those are mine.
so Charlotte, I think we covered, I think we covered a lot here. So I'll keep you posted on kind of how these conversations go. I mean, for me, part of the reason why I'm really motivated to figure some of this stuff out is so that you know, if your music career ends shortly, or if you get bored with it and you do decide you want to be a scientist, a lot of us, your mom included, are trying to figure out ways to build the best possible library so that if you want to be a scientist, that you can do it in the best way possible and to like get information and knowledge and all those scientific discoveries from wherever they are across the world. So I don't know. Do you have any like lingering thoughts or I mean, there's a lot of people around the world that are trying to solve this problem and kind of work on some of these issues. Like, how do we create these digital libraries? What do you have any like requests or like things that you want us to like make sure that we keep in mind or focus on? Or any thoughts about libraries in general, good, bad?
Well, if I was going to make an online library, I would kind of make it like, and kind of make it like, you know how like in kid math apps they have like the ages like pre-K, kindy,
Hmm.
first, second, third, fourth, fifth,
They
sixth,
have like the different levels, so you know kind of how complicated.
and like um and kind of like a line like on the other side on this side that
Hmm.
like when you're shopping for clothes like women's, girls,
Hmm.
men's, boys,
Yeah.
dresses, shoes,
So kind of
shirts,
like almost like having it maybe be
catalog,
personalized a little bit.
catalog.
Hmm.
And you could tap on it. It goes like what level of reading are you in,
Hmm.
online library.
Hmm.
And it's gonna have like if I was going to make it digital, I'd kind of make it fun. Like you were driving toward the library, watch the doors open, and then you see all the books, and then it
Hmm.
it's gonna be kind of like a game if I ever make one, where you literally feel like you're searching through the books, and then you just tap the book that you want to read.
Oh, I almost feel like if you went in that direction, you could almost do like some virtual reality stuff too. I haven't actually done a lot of VR stuff. Have you ever put on a virtual reality headset?
My mom won't get me one, and I'm
Yeah, I
not.
don't have them either. They're expensive. Yeah, they also kind of make you a little dizzy and give you a headache.
She also got me a drone for Christmas, and then
Focus.
actually, when I was little, my brother got a drone, and then I was walking out of my room, and my dad drove it into my head on accident.
Oh my
Like this
goodness.
conversation has been less about libraries and more about how I'm feeling you as a parent.
I think it's been mostly about Harry Potter, to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to finish the second book because I haven't watched any of the movies. So I also am not letting myself watch the movies until we finish the book. So, you could also, so there's a lot of different types of scholars. I feel like you could also be like a comic book historian as well. That probably exists too.
It's
Have
a
you heard
thing.
of that? I
Tell me more about your perfect library. That was really interesting.
wait. Alex, I didn't hear your comment. What'd you say?
Tell me more about your perfect library. That was
Oh
really
yeah. We should keep going on that.
If you're not if you don't want to get fresh air and exercise and you just want to stay on the couch on a screen, which I love to do and eat like candy, um, sometimes I do that until and I would want it to be like you're searching for a real book. So like for instance, if there was one of those like baskets of Spider-Man comics, I
Yeah.
would to like um and they're all in a line, like lined up.
Like quickly be able to go between them all.
Yeah, and like I could hit a button which makes one of them fly forward, forward, forward till I find the one I want, and then I just tap it.
Hmm.
And
how do you know it's the one you want?
because they're cataloged
Okay.
in order.
Hmm.
A chronology.
What the heck is that?
In order of when they were made.
Yeah, and like
Hmm.
when they were made, like for starters, can I so one of the books in here, oh, where is it? Um, there.
Which one's that
I
one?
haven't read this one, so if you have read it, please don't spoil it.
I haven't read it. Yeah, we need to get we are not up to speed on our comic book collection.
Spider-Man,
The
the
Spectacular.
the Spectacular Spider-Man the Hunger Part 3. There's got to be
Oh,
a Part 1, which it's in here somewhere,
yeah.
but I have like 15 comics, so see if I can find it. Sorry, it's just I can't put the thing on the computer. Ooh, this is a cool one.
Um,
Yeah, The Since Past, Part 4. It would be cataloged like that. Let's just pretend this comic is the same type of comic this one, has the same story. This one would come first instead of this one, and it would be like, they would be shelved like this, and then I could just,
flip
uh,
through them.
or if they were standing like this in a basket, there would
Hmm.
be a button to make them go, psh,
Yeah.
and
One
they'd
of the
be
things that
all in
one
different buckets for
one of
different.
the things that I also have just started thinking about is how you might be able to use AI to help you sort through steps. So you could ask AI, hey, are there any, extra Spider-Man books or things like that? That's another kind of open question. People are just starting to play around with that, but you probably haven't used ChatGPT or anything like that yet.
Yeah, but instead the stuff do it themselves where it's like um I program it to be like that.
Have you started to do any you know, have you done any programming or software stuff?
I think I once did some
Oh, you're
coding.
talking about you would do this. This is in the future library scenario.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
like making my own library.
Yeah, you can program it so that it just has all the comic book content. So you can have like a super personalized Spider-Man comic book library.
Yeah, like there's like a million Spider-Man comics because I
Yeah.
have like 15 of them. So
Yeah.
there has to be like different shelves for different series of Spider-Man, like in different categories or stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I could show you the coding. Oh, right, we deleted it, and plus my battery is dead. But I did do some coding. Ooh, there's a picture on my iPad. Oh, right, it's dead. Right.
Okay, well you can have your mom send that to me later if it once the iPad's working again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
No.
Okay.
uh, Okay, so Charlotte, so I feel like you've given me lots of good ideas and things to think about. Yeah, I'm gonna keep you I'll keep you in the loop as I go down this personal journey of mine. And if you think of any extra ideas, like if you're sometimes when I like wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would have been like an amazing idea. You can let your mom know, and then she can pass it over to me so I could continue to think about it.
I
Uh,
honestly still have more ideas right now.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, if you have more ideas, lay it on me.
So like if I do make uh on wow, right, an online library for comic books, one of the things I would do is I'd have like all Marvel comic books because I
Okay.
have one more in it right now and it's really cool.
Oh wait, which one is really cool?
There's can you hand me the comic I'm reading?
Just say it.
It has like all the Marvel
Oh, all the
superheroes,
Marvels. Yeah.
Sandman,
Hmm.
Spider-Man, uh,
Hmm.
She-Hulk,
Hmm.
Thor,
So why would you do that?
so that I would do that
More
because
comic books. Come on. uh,
one, just they're enjoyable, they're they're really cool. They have some very weird onomatopoeia, but
hmm. Um, how would you handle? So this is an interesting question. One of the things that librarians do is they curate, which means that they decide what should go in the library and what should not go in the library. How would you handle? This is a tough question. How would you handle if like you or somebody else wanted to write their own comic book? Would you include that in your library, or would you wait to see how kind of like famous it got before you included it? How inclusive would it be?
I would probably make the book, like put up a sign for it, something, probably get it published.
Hmm.
Ooh, another job could be a publisher
Okay, yeah, we got a lot of options for you for the future.
or an artist.
Hmm.
So it's 7 or 6.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry. Um,
It's good to have a lot of options this young. You have your whole future ahead of you. So, okay, library ideas. You said you had a couple of library ideas. Any other like things like popping into your head in terms of cool online library type stuff?
um, in the online library, there would be like it. I tried to make it real, so
Hmm.
it could be honestly like a video game too.
Hmm.
It could be part video game that teaches you things, like if you're doing a math video game or something, it
Hmm.
teaches you things. Or if you're doing something like fighting bad guys, it can teach you about the human body, something like that. So if they want to have fun and read and learn, they can do
Yeah,
that.
you mentioned that before too. I kind of like that idea. I mean, in general, you know, I was just actually having this conversation the other day with somebody where they were a writer and they were concerned that you know the writing and people just reading books was kind of going away and not going to come back. They were concerned about everyone just consuming everything through videos. And I think it's interesting to think about how people can consume information in just a different way. So you're still reading, but you're not, it's not just you sit and read a book from front to back. It's like what you're talking about. It's either a game or it's interactive, or maybe you see a little bit of information here. And again, if it's online and if it's personalized and gamified, you can kind of jump between things. So you can jump between the Spider-Man books, or you can start with the Spider-Man book, but then maybe you get curious about who wrote the Spider-Man books, and you can quickly jump to that. And so yeah, I like that. I like that idea. I think that's a good thing to focus on, is how do you make it fun and interesting, and kind of
And
get
also,
people excited about it.
I could add like a physical dance video because there's a game called like, oh, I forgot the name. Dance it all?
Is it a Spider-Man dance or just a regular dance?
It's actually anything where you scroll on your Switch, find the thing that you want to dance to,
Yeah,
press, and then it can go on your TV, and you have the remotes in your hands, and you can like dance. You have to do the same moves as the
yeah.
person doing them, and there's all different themes. And one time there's this math game in my class for fourth grade where we do physical math, like exercises. So let's say one of them is jumping jacks, one of them is jogging in place, one
Mm,
of them is spinning,
yeah,
twisting, like that.
yeah.
There's answers above them, and you have to do the action you think is right.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Like if Spider-Man quiz, who's Spider-Man's full name?
Mm.
And one of them is Peter Parker something, Harry something, um, and other names like one more name, like I don't know, just random names. You would do jumping jacks for Peter Parker, or
Yeah.
like think it Parker's name, like
It could be a library that also makes you exercise. So we can solve the library crisis and the health crisis and the obesity crisis in one fell swoop. I love it. We can connect those two. Yeah. Or you
like
can make people like run between the books, even if it's digital. Like if you have like your VR goggles, they have to like physically run to get to the other books. Yeah. Something like that. Hmm.
that's how
Games, yeah. I feel like that's an interesting idea. Okay, I will report back. I will do a little digging on that and see what I can find and report back to you on that. Yeah. Well, that's kind of all I've got. I feel like we covered some really good ground here, Charlotte. Yeah.
Sorry, it's 10 minutes till we have to go pick up my friends.
Oh, you gotta go. Your play date's starting in 10 minutes?
It's starting at 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm on. So it's almost 1 o'clock your time. I'm on the Pacific Coast, so it's 11. It's almost 11 here. Okay, I definitely don't want to intrude on your play date. But like I said, if you have any other ideas, just let your mom know, and she can pass them. She can pass them over to me, like later on, like tomorrow or whatever. Charlotte, this was really really fun. I feel like I have some nuggets here, and I'm gonna keep talking about them and discussing them, and yeah, this was really fun. I really love talking with people who a lot of times adults are a little bit depressed or pessimistic and they don't think as creatively. Definitely are not thinking as much about not Peter Pan, Spider-Man and comics. So I think we have I think there is a comic book library in the future, and I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts, Charlotte?
I like comic books.
Oh, wait, final question. Uh, do you like comic books more than Harry Potter?
I don't know. I haven't read Harry Potter in like 4 months.
Oh, okay. It's old news. You're all about Spider-Man. Oh,
Uh, now
and then hold on. Alexa, do we have time for just a really super quick song, a piano? Or no?
Do you want to do it?
there's Love Story, which is kind of
Yeah,
quick.
we can do that.
Yeah, do it real quick. I want to hear it.
That I didn't have very much, but I might get a few notes wrong, but it does sound. My
Love
iPad.
Song is that's a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and play.
Oh,
Got it
great
yet?
setup here.
I'm not very good at it yet because.
That's okay. Is this your room?
Wait, that's me. I mean,
Just play, sweetie. Don't worry about if it's like if you practiced enough. It's okay. It's
Just let
okay
it
to
flow.
be in the middle of learning.
wait. There we
Good job. See? I wish
Yeah.
so. Go.
Yeah, it's actually Zoom is actually it's actually filtering out some of the noise. It's Zoom is really good at filtering out background noise. I think it's detecting the piano as background noise, and so it's like kind of chopping it up a little bit. You know what? Maybe you can record it on your phone, and then your mom could send me an audio file of it.
Mom's phone. I don't have one.
Yeah, mom's phone. Yeah, your mom's phone.
That's a touchy subject, apparently.
I know we've covered a lot of ground here.
We are so mad about not having a phone.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to get some notes from you on how to stop that. I am very afraid of my kids having a smartphone because I don't even know how to.
I think the answer is no, and let them
Yeah.
hate you.
Yeah, my answer is we're just gonna do a lot of camping and backpacking. All
I've
right,
never been camping.
this
or
was awesome. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Okay, bye guys.